We need to update that. La da da. This is our second bonus stream for Monday, I was gonna say the 22nd of March. It's May 8th. Is it Monday? Did I get Monday? Is the Monday part right? I don't know. Let's play some music. We're gonna be hanging out with Cleo in about an hour. We need to do some work on our own base before then.
From the mining mesa, the helping hermit stream, mocking in the rages of their chat proximity. They block their blocks down quickly toward their stated goal. And when y'all tune in, your laughter's uncontrolled. When the last flight brings more blocks and the fireworks go cold, HermitCraft will build together, not alone. So watch with us each Monday. Remember to follow, so the chat can see you there, so you never miss a show.
Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and we are going live now on HermitCraft. We have about an hour of stuff to do at our own base before we meet up with our pal Zombie Cleo and see what else needs to get done. Working on my base. I'm working on a tweet, too. Working on my base for an hour. Cutting holes in the cutting holes in the bottom of the cabinet. Working on my base for an hour, cutting holes in the bottom of the cabinet. Then joining up with Zombie Cleo, not Rob Zombie, for some fun. And then we'll boom 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 boom. For working on my base for the first hour, cutting holes in the bottom of the cabinet, then joining up with Zombie Cleo for some fun. Okay, cool. We are now live. Yeah, my new hat is pretty sweet. I don't have a matching one in real life, unfortunately, that looks like a thing. Okay, we're going to take down the setting up stream sign. We got the face camera on. Thanks to the folks from the coffee stream this morning, we are $1 away from the next face camera expansion and 21 away from the entrance of the Jost. Let's go ahead and post that tipping link as well. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. So we actually need to jump right into a recording segment. We're going to start recording. HermitCraft Season 9, Episode 63, Segment Charlie, Take 1, and action. As I indicated earlier, we are going to be cutting holes in the bottom of the cabinet for the subwoofer and other components. I started working on this, and then I looked at the math, and I was like, if it's an 80 block diameter circle, how is that going to leave room for the several dozen blocks on either side? This feels like it isn't several dozen blocks on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 12 to 14 blocks. Luckily, I sanity checked that. The way I was holding the ruler in the picture, I forgot not to start from 0. So I accidentally measured this as 33.5 centimeters across when it's only 23.5 centimeters across. That's the difference between 79 blocks and 55 blocks at our current scale. So we actually need to come back through here. I found where the center of this goes in the first place, but we are going to need to fill this in because it does not go like that, I'll tell you. I will tell you right now. But I'm feeling good about this. We are making progress, and we're, you know, I know it's technically measure twice, cut once, but in Minecraft, we can... It's more important to measure twice, cut once, then measure again, then fill in those blocks, and then redo it. So that's what we're going to redo now. Time skip. Okay, so we're going to stop the recording, put the camera back on. So, okay. Let's lay our heads down and dream here. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right. Okay. So... Yeah, if I had cut out that whole circle, I would be really annoyed. Okay, so we actually want this to be 55 pixels wide. So that means it goes 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Wait, is that... No, that's 7, not 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, cool. So from the center one here, we go out 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to fill in that one and that one. And we, so it, what was it? 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, 8. 3, 3, 2, 2, 8. 1, 2, 3. No, not 8, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For those of you who haven't joined us since last Friday, over the weekend, I got the second layer of birch in here for the full thickness of the plywood. So what that allows is us to actually cut out the entire cutouts here for our, what do you call these? Our, like, vents and stuff on the bottom. There's going to be the subwoofer hole, which is what we're filling in now. And then... Wait, hold on. How's that going to go? That's actually going to be... No, that's going to go 3. And then 2, 2. And then diagonally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably be better to jump up here real quick and take an eyeball on that. Immediately wrong, isn't it? No? No, it's not. 3, 3, 2, 2, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we get into our fancy 5s here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this middle one here gets a post, just for reference. And we are going to go this way. Alex Bernstein, this is the center of the bottom of the circle. I measured the distance from the bottom of the circle to the front of the machine here. I hope I did that right. Grr. Actually, as I'm saying that. Yeah, that's 19.5. Is actually the distance to the board. Yeah, I did that wrong. Okay. let's take a second and decide how we feel about that before we move forward. Because, yeah, now that I'm looking at it, that is another 2 centimeters at least past 5. Okay. 2 times 2.375. 475. Okay. It's fine. We're fine. Okay. We're gonna start the recording again. HermitCraft Season 9, Episode 63, Segment Delta, Take 1, and Action. I'm gonna go fill that in, because that's distracting how it looks like it's centered, and it's like, obviously not. Okay, so we need to get that from this angle up here. Good news, everyone! This is the correct radius of the circle. However, I realized that the measurements I had for the space between that beam there and where this was supposed to start were not actually the right ones. That was actually the distance between that beam there and the box that the subwoofer goes in. It makes like a subwoofer cabinet, right? And since the plywood here is 5 blocks wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that circle wouldn't be inside the subwoofer cabinet. Especially, too, because there's a bolt that's, got a pretty significant heft to it. That's another 5 blocks wide or so. That would be securing the subwoofer in place. So we actually need to start that whole circle, basically... Boy, I wish I'd brought literally any other marking blocks. Yeah, we can use this moss block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So... we actually need to start cutting in about here. Yeah. So all this can get filled in. Time skip. Mini Cheese Mouse says, Joe, just remember it's your interpretation of the pinball machine. Don't beat yourself up about it not being perfect. Well, the thing is, this is not like an artistic choice. This is like, there's stuff that goes, there's stuff I need to build that's going to go between this wall and this wall. And if I have to move that wall over or something weird, like, the things just won't fit. Right? Like, I'm making my life... The reason we're doing this now and fixing it now is to save myself having to completely reinterpret how something mechanical works or something later. Like, it would be way harder to deal with this later. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang it. Okay, so the moss block is actually going to align with that for the center point. Yeah, so making this accurate now means I can focus on being creative in other ways later. Right? I don't want to spend my creativity on problem solving. I want to, like... spend my creativity on joy creating. But hey, we got a tip rolling in from Glenn for 5. Thank you very much, Glenn, for our first tip of the stream. That puts us $4 past our first face camera expansion milestone. Let's stop the recording real quick and turn the camera back on so we can expand. and Joe. Do. So thank you, Glenn. And then we have another tip rolling in from Salem, who writes, summoning the Jost. So let's see, that first 16 will indeed summon the Jost, and that gets us 5 past. So, where are those chains? Y'all saw with that first face camera expansion how that money goes straight to my head. But now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life are about to begin pulling us down to the deep below. Enter the Jost. Bum 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 bum. Lowering the Joe pasty now to 90%. Thank you so much, there, Salem. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. Let me make sure I'm also looking at these images the right way. Do I have all of these pulled up here that I need? Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so that definitely goes toward the back of the machine. Yeah, okay. Feeling good about that. Feeling good about that. Okay. So, let's go ahead then too, and also, like, kind of mark where these... Oh, wait, 1, 2... Did I do that wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I did do that wrong. So then this needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 past that. So it's actually... That wouldn't have mattered quite so much. But being off by 10 blocks... Being off by 10 whole blocks when we've got other components and stuff to build in here, that could be a problem. So we'll come back and we can use galloping blocks on those. Okay, to do that. So we'll save that for later. That's not urgent. So 533227. Okay, so I guess we can reclaim some of this then, huh? Seems kind of silly to leave this down here obstructing the view unnecessarily. So this one was blatantly wrong in every regard. Quickly recalling that. Okay. Mini Cheese Mouse says, can confirm onigiri filled with coronation chicken was very tasty. And I have some left for lunch tomorrow too. Ooh, excellent. Am I going to MomoCon in Atlanta? Atlanta is one of the worst cities to get to from Nashville. So... Unless, basically not unless they're paying me. It's too close to fly, and there's no trains. And driving into Atlanta is a nightmare. Parking in Atlanta is a nightmare. So... Yeah. But no, if MomoCon wanted to pay me, I would definitely show up. But it's way too inconvenient to go voluntarily. Like, one of the nice things about living in Nashville is that, like, you don't really, like, nothing around Nashville is really much better than Nashville. You can basically just stick around here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, you gotta go basically as far as New Orleans or Chicago before it's really worth going anywhere. Is the thing. But New Orleans is a really nice drive. 1, 2, 1, 2. Chicago is a terrible drive, but I've done it multiple times. Flying to Chicago or flying to New Orleans doesn't feel like a waste, though. I've never flown to New Orleans. I've always driven that one. But, like, flying to Atlanta is too close. It's like you're spending too much time in an airport. It's in the worst possible uncanny valley of travel. If I actually was going to Atlanta for a convention, I would probably take a Greyhound. But, at that point, though, then I can't bring merch to sell either. So, like, I would have to bring my car if I was going to try and make money there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, then 2 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's 6. So this is where that one goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a train line connecting Nashville and Atlanta right now. If we get one, I would definitely be going to Atlanta more often. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But yeah, it's not a fun city to drive around. So I would not want to drive unless I had, like, a car loaded up with stuff. Like, if I was like, okay, I'm driving for this convention so I can sell merch, then, like, okay. Cool. That lined up perfectly. So now, yep, that's directly across from us here, it looks like. Yep, perfect, perfect. And then if we go up this one should be lined up directly there. It is. Great. Okay. Math Magician says, I'm going to MomoCon as my first convention. I'm really excited. Awesome. I hope you have a great time. If, yeah, I mean, once the TCG is printed, like, that's going to be kind of a big thing. Because at that point, I really want to go to sign stuff for people. But, like, right now, this summer, we won't have the cards printed yet. So, I can't play with people either. But I would love to play TCG with people. Oops. Okay, so then that's gonna go there. I've seen a lot of people making comments about like whether or not I should spawn proof this build. And I'm gonna say I'm honestly really like not sure. Like obviously if there's places that people are gonna be landing, possibly during the Elytra course, we don't want to have creepers blow up stuff, but like anything like it doesn't really seem advantageous to stop mobs from spawning. Like this is their natural habitat, right? Like are we really... So, you know, like I've seen suggestions I could put buttons or pressure plates or something down maybe. It doesn't... I think that it's going to take way more time to... At a project this scale, putting in that many extra blocks doesn't feel like it's worth it as a first pass priority. Once again, once we get the Elytra course in and we see like, okay, there's certain trouble spots that we definitely don't want mobs spawning in, that makes sense, but like... Oh, that's actually really cool. Hold on. Look at that. Light ring! That looks really cool. I'm excited. Could be an HHH thing. But the thing is, though, there's like... It just doesn't feel very creative, I guess. It doesn't feel like a creative priority. Like, and having the mobs walking around in the background of the videos, I think looks better than not having them walking around. It gives a sense of life to things, like having the slimes jumping around and stuff. Isn't... Like, slime-proofing this doesn't really make sense to me from an entertainment standpoint. Because the slimes are funny, right? Like 90% of the time, the slimes just flop around like 200 meters away from me, barely in render distance. Like, I don't think that removing them actually is a net positive. Even if I could do it instantly, I don't know if I would want to. The spawn proofing is mostly for your benefit, so you know a spot is safe. Oh, see, I feel like that's like the false sense of security people get living in the suburbs. Like, the world is intrinsically unsafe. Why pretend? Like, people are like, oh, I don't want to live in the city. It's too scary. It's like, the whole world is scary. You just like pretending it's not. I don't know. There's a minor lag issue. There's a minor lag issue from, like, zombies picking up items and never despawning. Sure, but, like... I'm not seeing zombies spawning here and never despawning or anything. I'm seeing, like, occasional slimes and stuff overnight. Okay, so... Ethan Salt, I don't know what half of those words mean. Or I don't know enough about what they mean to reply meaningfully. I should probably verify that that's the real Ethan Salt, though, real quick. Yes, it does seem to be. Okay. So that's fun. But, yeah, if you're like, hey, here's a bunch of, like, words that are about things other people make. You probably care about what other people make. I don't. I don't have the time. So if you're like, we're making our own version of this other thing you don't care about, like, I don't, like, that's not a good pitch. So, oh yeah, somebody pointed out that that person's technically advertising their own stuff. I guess they are, aren't they? Yeah, I should probably ban them or time them out or something. Good point. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I was like, so like, like I don't even know what a Bedrock Minecraft server is. I don't know how to host. Like somebody's like, we're gonna do this, but on a Bedrock Minecraft server. I'm like, is that even a thing? Like, are there Bedrock Minecraft servers? I think there's like nonsense Bedrock realms, but like, I don't know. You lost me. There's too many. There's too many things there that I don't know about nor care to learn about. I'm I'm a very curious person by nature, but I have to focus that into things I care about, like space and pinball and current events, and not into like what dumb thing is Microsoft doing this week. Like that's one of the reasons I'm hoping to get rid of Microsoft Windows on my next PC purchase. Because I just don't have time for their nonsense. And you're like, "Whoa, what if we took everybody else's nonsense and made it ours?" And I'm like, "Just make your own nonsense from scratch and then describe it to me so I don't have to know all this context sensitive nonsense." I don't know. Is the Twitch chat broken or is it just really quiet tonight? It's okay if it's quiet. It's on slow mode, but that's last message was 7 minutes ago. That's a little while. Okay. Thank you, Kindless. Thank you, Zircon. Cool. I'm over here yelling at YouTube, and Twitch is like, "We'll just be quiet. Oh, we don't need that kind of heat." There are servers for Minecraft Bedrock. Okay, that's cool. But like, yeah, that just doesn't sound like the sort of thing I want to pioneer. Let's see, that block shouldn't be there. Yep, see, look, we've almost come full circle here. That one's wrong. Okay, let's take a look real quick at some photographs just to make sure that I'm not completely screwing this up. Oh yeah, that definitely goes out that far. Sanity checks. Do 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 do. Okay. So okay. 2.375 times 1.8 is... Wait, hold on. 2.375 times 1.8. Okay. So, Okay, so to get this next bit in here, two 27. Okay, so that's oh gosh. Let me look at the pictures again. Is that actually a square? That makes everything... Oh, that's so much easier. Yeah, that's actually a square. Okay. Okay, and... Yeah, there's also triangular shivs there and there. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good here. Okay, so if this is a square from here to there... Okay, so this is 2501, 2561. So this is 60. 60. Okay, so if this is 60, we need to make a square 60 wide, starting in the middle here, which we learned was maybe negative 2304. Okay, so we're going to go 2304 and go out 30 on either side. So we're still at 2304. Okay, now when we get to 2334. Okay, 2335 is then where that block goes and where that block goes. Okay, and what, so 2304 minus 30 would be 2274. Okay. $22.74. 80. Okay, so 74, and then we go out in one additional block. 5. Okay. So these are going to be 6 high. So that's 3. We should actually set up galloping blocks for this. Okay. Okay. So... How long we got till Cleo's popping on? 25 minutes. Awesome. Okay. If we're going to set up galloping blocks properly, we need to go get a ton of wood. Tango, join the game. So let's toss this surplus stuff up here. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Ba-bum-bum. Okay. And then... gonna need to grab... Yeah, clear out anything we don't immediately need. Okay. Okay. I think we might have gone too low with that there a little bit. That's okay. Options. I hope they didn't patch this out in the latest update. Controls, keybinds, attack, destroy. What did we put it on? Q? No, that's wrong. Place block was Q, I think. Okay, so it's like, yeah. Does this feel right? So then we get to like this, and then we go... Nope, that's not it. That's it. Okay. So... That's not it either. There it is. I need to actually go up one here. I think that's to get it to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're only at 5 here. Well, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So one more to get to 6 here. Yeah, we're just making some progress on the pinball machine before HHH. Because HHH might be coming over to help. So the reason that I worked on this big punch out here was so that people could help me mine out the birch in the center there. Okay. 1:39 p.m. So about 20 minutes till Cleo shows up for HHH. I've got my school pickup alarm so I don't forget to get my kid. Because judges love that. Okay, let's make sure we haven't missed any tips. Just as a quick reminder, we are 15 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. We are currently at 90% Joe Pasty. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. So here we go. We gotta make sure to get those out of our hotbar before we do this, because that goes poorly every time. Okay, so if we continue to here, we go up 2, and then we come across the rest of the way here. I think that's how we did it last time. Let's see if we can get that synchronized properly for the good pulse. There it is. Yep, these are structural to reinforce the front of the machine, so when people are nudging it, it doesn't like get too much torsion or whatever. Oops, wrong button. Okay. So, we might want to put some torches on the inside of this. Maybe, just as a fun treat. Okay. Andrew De Matteo says, it's been so long since I caught a stream, I almost forgot about the face camera expansions. Yeah, that's one of the fun things. Boy, I'm still like, I'm sorry, I gotta stretch. Like, getting going for the day. Are pinball cabinets IRL made out of wood? Yep, they sure are. Great question. I'm actually thinking, I was looking at it, and because of the way the plywood is on a real pinball machine, it would actually be common for this to be striped with different layers in here. So, like, maybe we would have, like, oak wood or something in between the birch. Like, like if I show you, so here's a picture of, like, on Internet Pinball Database of, like, what I'm looking at. And I've got pictures I've taken of my own machine too, but or the one that I rented. But when I took those pictures myself, I hadn't lifted the playfield off entirely, so I didn't have great head-on shots like this. So I'm looking at these for reference as well. This is a photo by Kim Mitchell. And, yeah. You can see kind of the striations in the plywood there. I'm thinking of using a darker colored wood for that internal bit. Be kind of a reddish brown or something. I'm realizing I should have done the same. I probably will end up doing the same for the one up there. Alex Bernstein says, much more Spartan than the vintage machines I've seen repair videos of. Well, keep in mind, this is inside the bottom of the cabinet. That's where the coin box goes. In that square there is where the coin tray would go. So it's, like, currently removed. But the there's a lot of stuff in the back of the machine there, but you don't want a bunch of stuff up here where the coin tray is, because then when somebody's pulling the coin tray in and out, they're going to be hitting it, right? So, like, this is this area intentionally left empty for receptacle type of thing. But yeah, usually because this is where the coin tray is, you would have a big empty space in that square for the coin tray. That's like just the it's not really a mounting bracket for it, but that's where it ends up. Let's go ahead and kill this skeleton real quick. Yeah, you run backwards while I punch holes in the wall. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get everything out of our hotbar that is not birch so we can do our galloping blocks here real quick. Okay. Alex Bernstein says, found some videos of a repair guy in Tennessee who deals with super old machines. What's his name? Because I might actually just know that guy. I don't mind people promoting people that I know. Like, if you came in here and was like, Gemini Tay had a cool video, you know, that's fine. It's more like, so since it's specifically somebody from Tennessee, now you got me curious. Like, I've probably played in tournaments against that guy. Because there's a few people that meet that description. But I didn't know that they have YouTube channels. But, like, I don't go around bragging about my channel either, so it's... Okay, so. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Oops. What I meant to do was to start here. Bye, Khaled. Hope you have a fantastic time doing whatever you're doing. Dang it. I've placed too many blocks. I've gone too far. Does this look square? I didn't check that. I probably should check that. Yeah, that looks square. That looks about right. Yeah. I don't want to use honey for something that's supposed to be a darker, more orange color of wood. I'd rather use a darker color of wood. It's not that I lack the access to the materials, it's just that I don't think that's has the aesthetic that I want. I appreciate the offer, but it's not really what I'm doing. Bum 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 bada bada bum 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 bada bum 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 bada bada bum bum. No problem, Alex. I was just curious more than anything. Yeah, so we would go one over here. Whoops. I'm switching back to my controls back. We've done all the galloping we need to gallop for right now. I think this is right. What hat is Joe wearing? I forgot to wear a hat. It's just my headphones. Hopefully the glue from the tape doesn't get in my hair. Woo, adhesive. Okay. Okay. Let's go get some torches to put down in there, too. Real quick. Boy, I feel like I just can't stretch my arms out enough since yesterday. Oh, boy. Okay, good. There's more torches. So let's go throw these down in here. Yeah, I probably do need some potassium. All that throwing pinball machines around yesterday's caught up to me. Yeah, ochre acacia wood was definitely what I was thinking, mini cheese mouse. Both excellent choices. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the middle stripe in first, and then I'll come back with the other woods if we have time. Alex says, would it make sense for a Tennessee repair guy to fix a machine in North Carolina? Maybe. I don't really know what the North Carolina scene is like, and I know the Tennessee scene is really good, so maybe other people would come here or pay our people to go there. I don't know how desperate North Carolina is kind of... I'm also realizing I definitely cut this way too low. This needs to actually be filled in a little bit here. I think that's how far the outside bit of that goes, because there's a bunch of shielding on it that... So that wood cut actually needs to go up some, but we'll deal with that later. Whoops, that's too early. Or is it? Nope. That one was too late. Hey, Chloe the Great and Powerful. Glad you could join us. We are just working on some of the supports inside our pinball machine. We're making a lot of progress today. One of the reasons I couldn't sleep last night was because I spent a bunch of time looking at the pinball machine stuff. And then I was like, I should just start working on it now. But the problem is the server went down last night and then the power went out. And so then I was like, but I've got it in my head and I want to work on it. Oh, that wasn't bad at all. Okay, so we got these cross beams in here now. Okay. Okay, then the power switch is going to be on that side over there. Whoops. Cleo's still not online. She should be here in about 5 minutes. Okay. Cool. Lay your heads down and dream. Eat a pork chop. Okay. So I need to refill my drink before Cleo gets here. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to grab more rockets real quick. Cleo joined the game. She's going to need a few minutes. Cleo, I'm going to refresh my drink. Then we can hang out. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do a quick hydration break real quick. The sun is there, so we're not going to have mobs spawn. I do kind of want to stand somewhere that y'all can see the progress. That lip is just barely too high on the receiver bar there. Okay. Okay. We're going to put the hydration break sign up, and we are going to say... Who do we need to thank for this hydration break? Yeah, Cleo usually needs about 5 minutes at the beginning of her stream to say hello to everybody before she wants to hop in a call anyway. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to thank Gritmonger for lines. Let's go ahead and play lines real quick. It's a 4-minute song. I'm just going to refill my drink. And I will be RB. Where's this song? Here it is.
Power line to convey a certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us all downtown. Lines of connection, communication, not the borders of boundaries that slice and dice a nation. Divided by the chalk lines of disreputable history, past failures are laid out as we shrug with absent mystery. Those bodies left behind us while we amble on ahead, fearful of the wrong things from newspapers unread. Before I tell you what to do or you try to tell me, let's all see what's been done and where we could have been. By knowing what's before us, the path might clear ahead and focus on new obstacles uncharted by the dead. Power line from a gurgling turbine, a telephone line from a quiet room, a metro line from across the city. Maybe we'll all raise our glasses soon. They say across the fence line the grass is always verdurous, but we're not corralling cattle, fearing wranglers about the murders. When we look out past dividers, we're unsurprised to see more folks erecting fences, becoming detainees.
Before I worry about you or you worry about me, let's all thank Casimir for tipping a 20. Who says quick, let's donate when he's gone so he won't notice. Now the Joe is going over here expanding. Lowering the Joe Basti now to 80%. Thank you, Casimir. We're 15 away from the next one. To convey a certain brilliance, a telephone line. To carry a voice, a metro line. To bring us all. Thank you, Evanetta, for tipping 4. And Chloe the Great and Powerful for tipping 14. Boom, that's going to get us 3 past that next expansion milestone. Here we go. Grow Hills. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Lowering the Joe Basti now to 70%. Okay. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. 17 away from that next expansion. Thank you, Chloe the Great and Powerful, Evan Netta, and Casimir. Alrighty, so I think we're going to go find Cleo. Group. Open streaming. Cleo, I'm in open streaming. Cleo. Dang it. I don't know if anybody else does want to pal around, but they have the option. Okay. So, where were we? Oh yeah, we were going to see about, while we wait for Cleo to finish her opening statements. Cleo usually has a few minutes of like talking to her chat and stuff before she wants to pal around and do stuff. Let's see about getting some other wood.
Yep.
Ayo.
No, Joe. That's just no. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Cleo?
I'm great. I'm getting like lots of notifications, and thank you, Mara, for the 10 gift subs. It's appreciated. Okay. Where are we? What we doing? Where are we going?
Okay, so I have a task that's relatively straightforward,
Cool.
but
Let's do that.
okay, cool. I'm inside my pinball machine. You want to come find me?
No, I
Well-
absolutely don't want to come find you. I want you to come find me because it's going to be easier.
Okay, where are you?
I'm outside your pinball machine.
Oh, okay. Cleo, did you notice that we seem to have a new neighbor over here? Somebody started clearing all this out.
Huh. Somebody with a lot of bees.
Apparently.
That's fine.
I left them a
That's
sign.
fine.
I left them a sign saying, please be well rested for your new build.
Well, it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute, but mysterious stranger, I'm glad to be your neighbor. Okay, well, we'll find out who it is and what they're doing and what they're building. I mean, it's, you know, sort of, it's not really the shopping district, but it is it's kind of adjacent.
Yeah, I know Scar had asked about building stuff there at the beginning of the season, but then he got busy, and I'm not sure that it's him, because I've never seen Scar use a blue bed before.
No, it's probably not him. That's fine.
Yeah, so.
Scar's busy.
Yeah,
like,
he's
really busy.
He's really busy.
He's aggressively busy, let's be honest about it.
Yeah, he's got that whole castle back there. It's, you know, just looming in the distance.
Yeah, he's got to do a whole new world, I think. Like
A new fantastic point of view?
Something like that, yeah. I do believe that is the gist of it. What are we doing here then, Joe?
Okay, so
It's not going to take that much time.
come over here. This is where the subwoofer is going to go. And it points down the bottom of the machine. So we need to remove the wood inside the circle, but not the wood outside the circle.
I mean, I can do that. Is something going beyond your house there, Joe?
Wait, what do you mean? Something going beyond my house?
But is there a car driving past your house by any chance?
I can turn up the window, Mike. Maybe there...
Oh, so the answer is actually yes.
I don't hear a
stuff
car. I'm turning this up, and I'm saying I don't hear a car. I'm hearing birds.
Like,
there's a very, very
those
distant...
are Guardian lasers? They're Guardian. Never
Oh,
mind,
there's
it's not.
Guardian lasers. Yeah, definitely Guardian lasers. But no.
Oh, okay, right. That's fine. That's
Out my
cool.
window, there's definitely not a car.
Okay, because all I could hear was meow. Like, it was weird.
Nope.
But it definitely sounded like a car.
So, yeah, basically, we just need to remove this giant circle of wood.
I don't like. Why did you build your base where there are guardians?
I didn't know there were guardians when I built it. This is just the nearest, like, I needed two contiguous map segments that were both in ocean, so the pinball machine could rise out of the ocean. That was the kind of predominating thought there.
I mean, you know, there was definitely a thought there, so you know, I guess that's a bonus.
Yeah, that's more than some people put into this stuff.
I don't know who you're trying to insult there, but
I don't
it's not me.
No, I'm not insulting you. Dang it. Okay, now there are leaf blowers outside. I gotta close the window real quick.
It could be a guardian outside Joe's window. That is a true fact. Definitely could. Hey, Jem. Yeah, no, there is a lot of birch here.
If Jem wants
There
to
is a
hop
lot
in the
of
voice
birch here.
chat, she can. Does she know?
I mean, Jem's not on the server right now, so that would be difficult.
Oh, well, I mean, she was, like, shortly earlier, so I didn't know if she had come back on while I was
earlier.
up at the window. Like, I had missed the login message or something.
Yeah. Any chance you've got a bed on you?
I'm actually falling in a cave.
It's okay. I've got a bed. I'm gonna.
This cave thing
It's
is going
fine.
poorly here.
I mean, so many things go poorly, Joe. Jem, I am on the case with your thing. It will be done.
Is this
I
something
mean,
that we
it will
can
be
work
done.
on during
I'm not going to give it.
HHH?
I was supposed to be doing it. Not for HHH, but yesterday. But yesterday got busy, so it will be done. It is on the list.
Ooh.
I know, right? I'm just terrible at starting projects. Finishing projects, I'm quite good at. Starting them, not so much.
Yeah, I'm realizing I probably should have just not placed all these blocks in the first place, but I was trying to just get the pinball machine, like, get the plywood in, and then, you know, remove it once I figured out where the cutouts went.
I mean, I'm not saying you could have done this differently, Joe. Because you know that.
Yeah.
And you don't need me to say I told you so.
No,
because I didn't. But...
I really... The thing is, when I was putting all this stuff in, I was really tired, and I could just put all this in on autopilot. Whereas figuring out where the circles go is like something you have to do when you're paying attention to not do it wrong.
It's fine. You know, it's like, what's the worst that could happen? Genuinely speaking.
I mean, there is a big cave underneath. I didn't realize was there, so there's that.
I mean, yeah. Fair. I am probably going to have to restock things.
Oh, which things? Like your dye shop or?
Oh no, I'm gonna have to put this in a box. And I might have to go get more boxes for later.
Oh, do you want me to get like a shulker to store this stuff in?
No, it's fine. I've got like a bunch of shulkers that you can have one. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, because like shulkers are my primary thing I purchase these days. Because I'm always bringing more stuff to Pearl.
Honestly. Everybody is like in that end game state where resources are plentiful, time is not.
Mm-hmm. Which makes it all the worse that I'm like, oh, I could have really just figured out where this circle was in the first place.
I mean, you could have done. I mean, we might be here for a while on this server. Oh.
Dang it.
So many people are streaming right now.
That's good.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, these days, there's usually at least 5 to 10 people streaming on Twitch. Like, they've really blown up.
I mean, yeah, like at
least
a time. 5 to 10. I know. It's pretty impressive.
Like, I remember when I got started, you go on Ustream, and they'd maybe have, like, 7 to 10. But now
you see, I was
it's a bigger swing
I was here when it was Justin TV. So...
Oh yeah, I have a Justin TV account here too. That's why my Twitch account is older than Twitch.
Oh, I don't think this account is from then.
Oh, mine
is. I did have one. But I have been around since then. Back in the days of yore.
Yore.
I know, right?
Everybody's always like, alas, poor Europe, but I just, you know, it's fine.
I didn't even hear that. And that laugh was me being thankful for that.
Yay! My chat is asking if we're going to need to roof over this cave. No. No, the problem is, so its subwoofer cabinet only works if there's a hole on one side. If you point the hole in the subwoofer cabinet at a stone wall, it doesn't work. It needs to go out into the room. This cave is incidentally the room. We did it. I was worried I was going to have to dig out a bunch of space beneath this so that it would make sense. but now I don't have to. This is
The
actually
fact-
a
the
huge
fact,
savings.
Have you ever considered, Joe, that you might want to not be 100% accurate to everything all the time?
I mean, I'm actually frequently inaccurate, but
Oh, I'm aware.
I'm just very committed to the bit, Cleo. And
Okay.
I just don't feel like some would say I'm overcommitted. Like I really went all in on that last marriage. That was a mistake.
Wow, I wasn't even going there. I was just thinking about the castle that we built together.
No, I mean I'm looking at this though, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty representative. This is
pretty what you do. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
The bit is very important. You might want to consider that you don't have to be continuously over involved with everything you do. Just a thought.
I think the problem is that I don't do almost anything else other than things I want to do all the way, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have time for stuff that I don't... If I don't care about doing it well, I just don't do it. That's why my apartment isn't very tidy.
Artistic license.
Oh, yeah. I use artistic license all the time, Cleo.
I know, which is why, like, the 100% accuracy is the thing that baffles me, that you're not willing to take artistic license on.
This isn't 100% accuracy. Like, I'm not, like, building an entire, like, carpeted floor underneath here. Just this way, when I build the subwoofer, I can go underneath it and look up and say, you can see the subwoofer pointed to here. Here's the cone. Here's this part. Here's that part. Like, if I'm going to build something and want to show it in a video, like, having an angle that I can stand at to show it is important. And, like, the fact that this cave is down here means I don't have to go dig extra.
Sure.
Probably should do the top part first. So, Cleo, I don't know. Is there anything that you think that you do precisely the correct amount of? You don't overdo it, but you don't underdo it either?
Not really.
No. Would you say you usually err on the side of overdoing it or underdoing it?
I err on the side of, that feels about right.
Well, that's what I was just basically asking. What do you think you do the exact appropriate amount of? What?
Everything.
Everything. Okay.
Everything.
So yeah, you boil a kettle, and you're like, that was precisely the right temperature. Well done, me.
I mean, honestly, like, it's really difficult to not boil a kettle.
You say that, but I've done that at least
temperature.
once this week. I overcooked my coffee water. It's supposed to be 100, or it's supposed to be 205 Fahrenheit, which is like...
Do you have a kettle?
Yeah. It's got a temperature setting
kettle.
on it, yes. But sometimes I leave it set to the wrong thing because I made something else with it earlier that day or week. So I had boiled some water in it because I needed boiled water for potatoes.
This is a conversation I'm too British to understand.
Does your kettle not have multiple temperature settings?
No.
Oh, yeah, so the thing is, for making coffee, you want it at 205 Fahrenheit. But for making potatoes, you want...
This is a coffee drinker thing. I don't make potatoes in my kettle, I'm going to be honest.
Well, I didn't make them in the kettle. We were in a hurry.
It sounds like you kind of...
We were in a hurry to get out of the house to get to a pinball tournament. And so I put half the...
I'm shocked by this revelation, personally.
I put half the water that the potatoes needed in a pan and the other half in the kettle, so it would boil twice as fast.
Boiling water is 100 degrees C, but Joe isn't working in C. So... Cleo never overdoes it nor underdoes it. They do it precisely as much as they mean to.
Exactly.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, I don't, like... If I don't want to do anything anymore, I stop. So... Hi.
So yeah, anyway, so after I tried to cook the potato water faster, I accidentally tried to make
So water.
I accidentally made when I went to make my coffee the next morning, I set it was still set to boil instead of 205. And so I had to let it cool back down and then try again.
Yeah, if you're in a hurry, potatoes are not your go-to food. I think that's accurate.
Why not?
Boiling potatoes takes time.
I mean, it was like mashed potato mix. It's like once the water is boiled, you turn it, you pour the packet in, and then you stir it with a fork for 30 seconds.
That's not potatoes. That's fake potatoes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they make them from actual potatoes, simply on the virtue of there's nothing cheaper than actual potatoes. Like,
oh no, they're freeze-dried potatoes, or maybe just dried potatoes, but it's not good. And I wouldn't I would eat it if I was hungry, but I think I live too close to Ireland to hate potatoes that much, to do that
possibly,
to them.
yeah.
Where'd you get boilers that let you set the temperatures of the water? In America, apparently.
Yeah, I call it my disco kettle because I didn't know when I got it that it changes colors. But it's got a bunch of LEDs in the base, and it, changes colors as it heats up. And it's like a party. It's very exciting, Cleo.
Joe, you need to get out more.
I've been telling everyone that! Haven't you heard my cries for help?
Kettle. No, that's not how that works. It's my disco kettle. It's very exciting. If I had known that cheap LEDs was what gets you excited, Joe, I'd have mailed LED strips to your bloody house. Joe needs to. No, he doesn't need to share his disco kettle.
I don't know. I might have a picture of it on Twitter. Let me search. I got an alt tab out, so it's going to kill the mic.
Genuinely, if you have it on Twitter, there is going to be questions. And the questions are, why? You want to see the it's a kettle with LED lights in it. There we go. I've spoiled the surprise. I'm gonna
Okay, I found it, but I realized I'd need to open your chat separately. 1 second. Okay, so let's see how long it takes. Let's see how long it takes for the bot to kill the kettle link.
Okay, I'm back.
Yep, I linked the disco kettle in your chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a great picture of it, but
I mean, what could be better for a random kettle than a picture just in general? That kettle is ready for murder, probably. It is Joe's kettle, after all. It has to live with Joe.
yeah, I'm very, very upset. You can ask anyone.
You can.
It's an option you have. I'm pretty sure that is not the actual Mugman and Cuphead in my chat, so that's a ban for impersonation. Okay, next problem. Sorry.
That's the kettle that sits in the break room in hell. Probably. Yeah, I think lights are an accessibility feature, that's true. But also...
The thing is that I can still pour water into it and then stand in the kitchen next to it for 5 minutes, look over and go, oh, I forgot to turn it on. That's the most disappointing
maybe it
thing.
better accessibility features.
It can't keep up with me.
It's accessible to most people, but not Joe.
Yeah, it's still not enough. I need the next thing. I don't know what that is. I'm not a kettleier or whatever they call themselves.
Brewer, maybe?
Well, brewers are the people that make things in kegs or kettles or casks. I'm talking about like somebody who designs kettles, like the equivalent of an engineer, but not for engines, but for kettles.
I mean, I think they're still engineers, Joe. I don't know why that's the bit that has you grumbling.
I'm not grumbling. I'm considering.
That noise was definitely a grumble.
I'm deeply thoughtful, Cleo. Deeply thoughtful.
Yeah. I mean, that's one way of putting it, I suppose. Still an engineer.
Yeah, for very broad definitions of engine.
I mean, it's an electrical engineer. Those are a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have to take out the bottom as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like a hole in the plywood.
Okay.
Because the subwoofer faces down through it.
I just thought we were done.
No.
No,
I'm
when
actually
are we
I'm
ever
actually
done?
impressed that this task. I was worried that we'd finish this in 3 minutes and then it'd be like, oh, now we got to go find sand for Cleo or something.
I mean,
No, I know that's the
you
actual
don't have
plan.
to find sand
No,
for Cleo.
I want to find sand. I was.
I mean, you're going to go soon, so it's like it's
well,
largely irrelevant.
yeah.
Lock item frames. You can't lock item frames.
Only armor stands.
You can only lock armor stands.
I'm helping.
I'm typing. No, Joe, you're not. You need to be up and in creative to...
Have we? I don't remember ever doing our item frames. I did it in season 7.
I never have.
Was Tango opt and in creative in season 7?
You
Uh-oh,
need
that's the big
to
reveal.
be up. Question mark. If I look at the book... Right, the book is fixed item frame. Fixed item frame in the book? Question mark. I think. And I don't know. Sorry. I'm not the item frame master. I am the armor stand master. It's a different skill entirely.
Well, fixed is equivalent.
Well, to be honest, pushed is the person who made the whole thing. So
Yeah, that's why I believe him. That's why I'm saying if
Yeah.
it's equivalent or not, based on that data.
I'll actually cite that. Creator of the book says fixed is the equivalent. Equivalent?
But why do you need to be an admin for that, but not for the armor stand stuff?
Because it depends on what part of the armor stand thing you're doing. Locking armor stands locks things, but they can still be moved. If you are, what's the phrase in the book? There is sealing armor stands, which you would need to be in creative for. Which means they can't be moved at all.
Gotcha.
Which, honestly, kind of annoying.
Can they ever be unsealed?
Yeah, they can be unsealed, but
You
it,
just need to
it
blow a bunch of
requires
trumpets or
creative to
something.
seal them.
Ah. Okay. Just as a quick reminder, tips are
Oh,
welcome.
the item frame stuff was
paypal.me/Joe
added by
Hills
Mookie. Okay, then I
and
don't
YouTube
know.
Super Chat. We are currently
You're still the creator of the book,
17 away
so
from the next
screw
face
it.
camera expansion milestone.
I wasn't wrong. I was just misleading. That's true. Hey, Scar.
Howdy, Scar. Bow, bow, bow. I don't know why I made that song.
No macro anymore.
Well, I can't hold down caps lock to talk while I'm doing the macro buttons. And I didn't want to be rude.
I mean...
Yeah, face camera's off because we're recording this bit with Cleo for the
No, that's
episode
too
in case
mean.
we
I'm
say
not gonna
anything
say it.
funny. This is getting recorded.
How many times have we jumped topics now? Like bunches. That's what streams are. If you want coherent thought patterns, what you want is a video.
Yeah.
Streams are for train of thought nonsense.
Yeah. I agree with Zombie Cleo. Streams
Yeah, that always feels
flow
worse somehow.
where they will. Videos are like on reels of tape and stay flat on the ground. It's real easy to remember. Here's a quick mnemonic device. Always be careful that ever finding good homemade. I don't know what I'm doing, Cleo. I lost it. I lost the thread.
Have it in the first
I don't
place?
think I did. I was very confident. I did not
You were
sleep.
very confident, and it was probably wrong.
I did not sleep a lot last night, but like in one of those ways where I woke up and I woke up and I felt great. I was like, I feel great, even though I got like 4 hours of sleep. And as I was texting my fiance about this, I almost walked into someone despite believing I was alone on the street. So it's like, yeah, my cognitive function's impaired, but I feel terrific. Oh, it's not good.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, because when I feel terrible and I'm too tired to function, I'm just like, well, I don't want to risk doing anything stupid. I'll just go lay down. But instead, I'm like, let's make some progress. I made this circle wrong 3 times already. This is, I'm pretty sure, the correct one.
Circle.
Yeah, but I had the wrong radius first, and then twice I had the wrong, like, center point. But eventually I got it.
Mm-hmm. What Jamie says, expect the unexpected. That's pretty much true regardless. We're being perfectly honest. Might need to go and sort out my axe at some point.
How sort and necessary is it? Because we're almost done.
It's in the orange, so it's probably going to be enough.
Is it a diamond
right
one
now.
or like wood?
Yeah. It's mending, don't worry.
Okay.
It's just a case of it might need to be mendified. You know how you're just digging in lines?
Yeah. Is that wrong?
No. I'm just wondering why you wouldn't choose the long lines.
Oh, I wasn't really making choices. I was just hitting blocks. It's not really
that tracks.
I mean,
with what I understand.
is something a process if it doesn't have steps, only actions? Like,
I mean, so many actions right now.
but like very little like I feel like there's a certain level of measured intentionality that's the difference between a step in a process and an action in a behavior or something. You know what I mean? Like, I am technically removing blocks, but there's not a process to it. I'm just doing it.
I understand that you are just doing this. Yes.
Yeah, like what you're describing takes more intention and therefore more willpower.
I just figured what's going to be the easiest for me.
I could see
It's
how
that
that
whole-
could be helpful.
I will do that, Jelly Bean, because that does require very little effort to do. I do need to buy some more, I think.
Ooh, is it going to be Easter egg flavored?
Oh, no. These are just sour beans.
Okay.
Wait, when? I'm not going to do gross beans in front of another hermit because no one needs to hear me vomit.
Yay.
Do need to drink that.
I'm starting to think that this is going to come out looking pretty okay.
I mean, it already looks pretty okay.
Yeah, but it looks like, I don't know. Like, right now, I just, like, I kind of had, like, the pixel art, you know, I say half finished, like, a quarter finished for a while. And I've started making progress on that again. It took me a long time to get the second layer of birch in here, because I had to gather, for each...
More birch.
Yeah, a lot of birch. For each layer of the plywood sheet here, there was, 2 double chests full of logs. And this is 2 layers, because they're, yeah. So, oh boy.
I mean, again, sometimes I feel like you overthink this, but it's fine. At least it's you overthinking it and not me.
Yay.
Just chopped off a little bit at the end. It's fine.
Yeah, it felt like... It made sense at the time.
I mean, I feel like so many things you do make sense at the time.
Yeah, no, that's the
But
thing, is like...
vastly inefficient ways of using your time.
Yeah, probably.
There you go, have some birch.
Thanks, Cleo.
You're
I'll fill
welcome.
up the rest of this now. Yay, now it's a full shulker of birch.
Excellent.
That's, yeah. Okay. Let's go see how this looks from up in this middle wall here.
I mean, I think it probably looks like a giant hole.
It does! It looks like a great giant hole, though. Look at that. That's fantastic giant hole.
I mean, it's a large giant hole that's a circular in shape. Well done.
Just as it should be. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
over here, so you see how I've got kind of these missing stripes. So this plywood here is kind of supposed to be on edge. So I was thinking of getting either acacia or oak or something to have like the darker stripes in the plywood layers there. I don't know. What wood do you think would look best?
Well,
for
I hate
contrast?
acacia, so I would do oak, but that's just me.
Okay. Do you have any oak while we're doing Hermits Helping Hermits anyway?
Probably some. Probably enough to do that, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean it's like 60 blocks or something times
I mean,
4.
I've got spruce. I think spruce might look better.
Okay, if you
I've got,
have
like bunches of spruce.
if you have a single stack of spruce, I think that might be enough to finish that
yeah,
whole
I'll go
thing.
get it.
Yay, thanks, Cleo.
You're welcome. Do not do baked bean wood in this chat. It's rude.
I don't know what that means.
Baked bean wood is acacia wood
Ah,
because it's the color of baked beans.
that's fun. Welcome, Andrea Solis. We're currently doing a stream with Zombie Cleo, so I'm mostly ignoring the chat. Don't worry. I'm here and I'm reading, but I'm not saying stuff out loud. Oh, boy.
Not jelly bean wood, no.
No, that's like a whole separate thing. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I feel like once we get some progress in here, I go back out, I start working on some more artwork on the sides and stuff. Yeah, do you want to toss me half the spruce, I guess? and then I'll work on that support there.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Working
Just
literally
on the
in
inner
parallel.
run, yeah?
Yeah, the inner two there.
Okay, cool.
The inner two stripes.
That's easy enough done.
Yeah. Dang it, I've fallen twice. I can do this, Cleo. Just leave.
I do believe that you can do it. I just don't necessarily think that you will.
That is a very fair assessment. So have you read Don Quixote?
No. I know what it is, though.
Yeah, I had never read it before until I started working on the inside of this pinball machine here.
Did you do that in public?
I read 10 chapters out loud in the last 2 days on the streams. And one thing I didn't realize, I was familiar with the concept of Don Quixote, but a lot of the modern retellings really downplay some of the comedic elements. For example, it's a parody of these ancient knights' tales of chivalry and whatnot.
Yeah.
But one of the ways he expresses that is by having the violence be incredibly explicit and gory. He was basically the Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell of thing of his time. And I'm reading these, and I'm like, it's a good thing this stream is set to mature, but this book is way more disturbing than Dracula, intentionally so, but wow. So if you're on the fence about reading Don Quixote to your stream, maybe look at it first.
I'm. You know what? It's not the sort of thing I do.
Oh well, now you don't have to worry about it.
But there you go. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's
You have
maybe
to
go
go.
fly up real quick and see how this looks. Whoa! Look at that. That's some plywood. I'm probably gonna have to add similar stripes onto this piece as well. But the thing with that is I'm gonna double check that this is I kind of eyeballed the height on this the first time, and on the off chance that I'm gonna change the height, I don't want to do any detailing on it before I'm certain I'm happy with it. Yeah. Because
Well done, Joe. You
Thank
did
you.
things.
We both did things. We got excuse me. We got some plywood supports in. We got a hole dug. Now, what do you need help with, Cleo?
I need help getting sand.
Well, let's...
How long do you have?
I have about 10 minutes, but once I get my kid from school, I can come back and continue helping.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I will probably go over to Scarland at that point and do stuff over there.
Okay, and then I can... So that instead of continuing to help you once I get back from picking my kid up from school, I will just follow you around Scarland unhelpfully.
Spend some time with your kid, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's also a good idea. I gotta make sure she's...
I mean, honestly, Joe,
the thing
is me going, I'm good.
Normally this is her, homework time. She's got, stuff to do that, me sitting there and being like, so you looking at that worksheet there? Yes, Dad, I know how to look at a worksheet. Are you writing on the worksheet, too? They want you to write the responses to the things in the worksheet. And she's like, yes, Dad, I'm looking at the worksheet and writing responses. It's at a certain point, having me hovering around her after school, not helpful.
You could take a nap.
I don't know if I... That's actually a really good point. I don't know if I can.
You are very tired, Joe.
From a
This is me trying to give you time to do stuff for you.
Yeah. From a caffeine ingestion standpoint, I have not paced myself for a nap, but we'll see how it goes. Okay.
Yeah, do something for you, Joe. Seriously. I'm trying to give you time.
Okay, I appreciate that. Let's go get you some
sand. I do not need babysitting.
Let's go get you some sand. Where do you want to go to get the sand?
I mean, I was going to go to the Mesa.
Yeah, let's go to the Mesa.
Okay. Which is it down our corridor?
This portal? This portal is now connected to the network finally. I hooked it up.
Okay, no, but is the Mesa down by our... It's down yellow corridor, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Okay, so... Oh, wait, no, this is not the one that's on the network. This is
not connected.
This is the sponge drying one. I was looking at that, and I was like... There was another portal that I connected, last week. But I did not connect this one. Okay, my bad, Cleo.
Okay.
Yeah. If we go up to
That's all right.
the one in the tree is now connected. The one that Whoa, I ended up inside the thing. The one in this tree that kind of overlooks the pixel art is now
Yeah,
connected.
yeah.
That one, they used to both be not connected, but now one of them is. Okay, so we go down this way. Oh, was this your box also? I found this box in here.
No, it's not mine.
Okay. Well, so anyway, if we go this way, then it's a little bit of a hike, but then we turn here. This takes us to the yellow tunnel. And then you turn left here, and then you go past the creeper to get to the mining
Yes,
waste.
it's not far past the creeper, but it is past the creeper.
It is past the creeper. If you have not seen the creeper yet, you need to keep going. There he is. So then I think that's it.
That's the one. Da, da, da.
Thank you, Echoing Clock, for tipping 5, who says, hey, here you go, Joe. Well, you have the same stripes of wood in the hole
I
in
think
the
it's the
bottom.
only portal that still has our map on it.
Core concept eventually, yes. That's going to get us
Okay.
12 away from the next phase.
I've got a bunch of boxes.
Okay, I got some
don't know where
too.
there is.
Do you want to know where the sand is? It's this way, I think. This is, when I mine sand, I go this way. And that's why there's not a lot of sand here. But if you keep going far enough, there's eventually sand again.
Eventually, there will be sand.
Yeah. Like out this way. Is this sand? Nope. Nope, that's sandstone. A little bit past there.
That's sandstone, maybe over here.
Yeah, it's you go long enough, you'll eventually hit sand.
Oh, there's sand here. There's sand here.
Yay.
Right. I've got, like, several boxes I shall put down.
You want to put them down on the sandstone here, so, like...
Maybe that seems like a good idea.
Time to dig all the sand. We're excavating in a desert land. Gonna let the gravity blocks fall so Cleo can have it all. Gonna construct something amazing. Cleo, what are you actually
Mostly a
gonna
wall,
make?
to be fair. It's walls for the inside of my palace.
Walls. Ooh.
Walls.
So are you making concrete walls or are you making glass walls?
Concrete mostly. Sometimes there's a bit of terracotta in there, but I think I got enough of that. I've got a chest of that.
Nice.
So lots and lots of concrete. And I think I've got a lot of concrete coming for the next project. So.
Is that anything you can
That'll
talk
be
about?
No.
That's okay. I was just curious.
It's fine. I shall keep my secrets.
Oh, you know what I think wasn't supposed to be a secret, but I don't think anybody knows? I had to go dig through the announcements chat, but apparently the TCG match between Doc and Etho has been scheduled. Or not Doc and Etho, Etho and XB. Did you know that that was scheduled?
Oh, I had heard about it, yes.
Oh, okay. Because I had not, and Jevin
Like I
hadn't
say, I
either.
think it was an announcements chat.
Yeah,
so...
but it was in like a 27-paragraph long list of all sorts of stuff.
I mean, yeah, no, that's typical though. To be honest, we did a lot at the last meeting.
Yeah. No, I spent a non-trivial amount of time this morning. I'm doing a coffee and correspondence stream on Mondays now, where I basically just go through my emails and messages that came in over the weekend about, like... Because otherwise I'll miss things like, oh, is there going to be a Total Chaos collab soon? Maybe. Is that on my calendar? No. Right? You know?
Right. So you just go through the announcements chat, is what you're saying?
Not just through the announcements chats, but also, like, I send any messages where it's like, hey, Tango, I need this material. Would you be willing to trade? Hey, so-and-so, did you want to do a collab about this sometime? Like, basically, it's just like, I'm just going to try and get all the correspondence that I need to do for the beginning of the week to get, like, stuff on my calendar.
I see. That makes sense. I don't really have a calendar. I just have set days of the week.
I'm just not good at remembering what days of the week it is. Like, what I probably should do is put an event on my calendar called, like, Wednesday, and then set an alarm for when I wake up on Wednesdays that says Wednesday or something. Oh, wait. No, you can set a repeating alarm on the phone.
You can.
Named with the day of the week. If I'd have to set
That is the
seven.
thing that you can do. If
I
that
could
is the
set
thing that you're struggling
seven.
with, that's
I
good.
could set 7 different alarms that each have a different day of the week. They repeat weekly.
Just make sure you get it on the right day of the week.
Yeah, that's the
Which-
thing is the odds of me actually doing this correctly are so low.
Oh, you know what you can do?
What?
Ask your daughter to do it for you. She will get it the right day of the week.
Maybe. Yeah, she actually
There's
doesn't.
no maybe about it. She'll get it done.
No, well, the thing is, what she'll do is she'll do it wrong and be like, well, if you bought me a cell phone, then I'd know how to do it right. I don't see why you're asking me to do this. So I think this would end up turning into an argument about whether or not 10-year-olds need cell phones. I don't really want to have that argument.
I mean...
Because I've been trying to explain to her, I'm like, part of the point of having stuff like that is to be able to be more independent. So, for example, if you get separated from me somewhere, you could, call me if there's an emergency. But, at the point where we're going places where you might get separated from me, you also need to know how to get home. So, you need to be able to use the bus network and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or you need to be able to do this or that. And she's just like, no, I just want to have a telephone. I'm like, 10 just feels too young. I don't know.
I mean, 10 is pretty standard right now.
I bought my own when I was 18.
Yeah,
and I know that that's not reasonable, but I feel like
No.
10 feels still too young. And also
10 is pretty standard these days.
Yeah.
I would say 12 is good as well. That's about the average time when kids are getting phones these days.
Yeah.
When she starts going out with her friends, on her own, when you're not responsible for taking her and that.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I've been trying to prepare her for that by okay, we're gonna teach how to use the buses and all that stuff, and she's just like, I don't want to learn that. I just want to have a phone, and I'm like, that attitude makes me feel like you're not ready.
You're not ready for it. I mean, you can certainly make caveats for that. You need to learn these things before I'll let you have a phone.
Yeah.
Because you're still dependent on me until you know how to do these things.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to pay attention to street signs and stuff too. And I'm like, you need to learn basic navigation of the city before you're allowed to go places in the city. And the phone can't be your only tool for this.
No. Because phones lose battery.
Yeah, all sorts of things can happen. And so, okay. Let me fill more.
You have to know the main streets of the place you live.
Yeah, it's just...
Bed.
And, I can tell she's close to being mature enough for it, but she's just not quite there. And that's what's frustrating to both her and me, I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm like...
She wants to be more independent, but she's not ready for independence just yet.
Yeah, to her, the phone is the symbol of that independence, but I'm like, you also have to do the legwork. Yeah. So,
I mean, I think that's an actual reasonable way of doing parental phone usage because, as you can imagine, I have a lot of experience with children and phones. Mm-hmm. And I wish parents were more responsible about when they would let their children have phones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people in my chat are saying that they got theirs at 12 to 13. And that sounds more reasonable to me.
12 is reasonable. 10 is not unusual.
Yeah, so if she had gotten into one of the middle schools where she would have to take a city bus to get there.
That would be
where I was like, okay, this is the obvious, now this is a good choice. Because, hey, something happened with the bus, Dad. So, the school might call you and say, I'm not there, here's what's going on, that sort of thing. That, but right now, because she didn't get into that school, through no fault of her own, that was just the lottery, but
Yeah. That was luck.
Yeah. But anyway, I should actually probably go pick her up now.
I mean, yeah, she is still dependent on you, and she doesn't have a phone.
On me and doesn't have a phone to call me to be like, Dad, didn't your alarm go off several minutes ago and you're still talking to Cleo? And it's like, well, I wasn't done talking to Cleo, and Cleo told me not to come back, so now I feel like I have to finish this conversation first.
Don't come back, Joe. Go take a nap. Go have, like, food if you can. And take care of yourself for a bit. Have a bit of Joe de-stress time.
Yeah, I don't...
Play a game that's not Minecraft.
Yeah,
maybe.
the problem with Joe de-stress time is I'm usually just like, oh gosh, I should be working so I can make rent this month. Like, that's the problem.
But
is
coming back here,
I'm not
Joe,
really
coming
great.
back here would not give you rent though.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm trying to get this video out the door though, so that'll. But I mean, that's money for next month, so I don't have to be this stressed next month. I don't know.
I get it.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just like
You're a better content creator when you are rested.
Yeah, I'll try. It's one of the... I'm dubious. Like, I think that what you're saying is technically correct, but I feel like if I can just get myself a little bit of breathing room, then I could actually rest. Like I'm not going to be able to de-stress while this is still an active problem. And this is not going to stop being an active problem unless I work harder.
I think if you do better stuff because you're more well rested, then it will probably be easier for you to do.
Maybe.
I like that you're dubious about me saying being healthy is actually helping you.
I'm trying to figure out, like, at a certain point, like, I'm going to be more money in the hole if I don't go pick my kid up from school and I have to go talk to a custody judge. That's why I was going to leave instead of arguing with you, but then you're acting like me not arguing is agreeing, and it's not.
No. I mean...
We're going to raid Zombie Cleo. slash raid Zombie Cleo. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do. Stop streaming. Stop in the stream. Da 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 da.